Thank you, Aaron. Our next guest is an established professor and author who has written dozens of books about children's literature and learning. She's joining us now to tell us about her latest work, Bibliotherapy, children's book that trained the brain and jumpstart the heart. Fascinating information, Dr. Bone. Thank you for joining us. And this is actually your 33rd book that you've written?
It is, Tom.
Fascinating book. I was going through it a little while ago, and it deals with so many things with dealing with a child.
Exactly, Tom. I think bibliotherapy is unique. I am at Charleston Southern where I prepare future teachers, and my signature course is Kitty Lit, Children's Literature. And what I've come to realize over the past 10 or 15 years is that teachers are so pressed for time that they find it difficult to address the cognitive and the affective domains, learning and feeling. And we have to address what we call the whole child, and bibliotherapy is perfect. It's an intervention using children's literature. That's been around for a long time. That's not new. What I've done in bibliotherapy is to provide insights on how to do the therapy by using targeted books, but also to teach literacy and literary elements. So we do the teaching of listening, speaking, reading, and writing, along with the therapy, the feelings, the emotions.
And this is what you're teaching the future teachers to get involved with the children. Give us an example of that.
Well, I brought a couple of my favorite books that are discussed. This is Wimberly Worried by Kevin Hanks. Kevin Hanks is a great bibliotherapy author. And in Wimberly Worried, we deal with the issue of the quintessential worried or anxious child. And so in bibliotherapy, I would explain to the teacher or future teacher or parent or therapist how to use the story and then add on to it by teaching and addressing the emotions and feelings of the child. It's 48 children's books with the actual lesson plans that go along. So for example, in Wimberly Worried, the child would then develop a Worry Bear writing cartoon strip in which he or she would then take what he or she has learned about feelings of anxiety and worry and express them in healthy ways. Such
as the first day of school.
Well, you know, that's one of the big topics in the book, Tom, is dealing with attachment issues. We deal with attachment books in a section. The Kissing Hand, for example, deals with separation anxiety. One of my favorite issues is the whole section on poverty and social justice, which is helping children become aware of the needs of families that live in poverty and for children who live in poverty, because my work is mostly in Title I high poverty schools, is helping those children come to grips with the unique pressures of living in poverty.
Which goes and blends right into the respect of others.
Beautiful. Another whole you did your homework, Tom. Dr. Bowen gave you an A. You really did. And yes, that whole issue of respect and bullying, we all know it's going on in the social climate now. And so as a teacher of teachers, it is so important to address issues of respect, understanding differences, sensitivity to others. And you're right, and I think you've noticed that the 6 sections feed on one another and connect to one another.
We're just about out of time. How can folks get a hold of your books?
There are a couple ways. Locally, Education Insight, Mary Davies, a former principal. Her stores in the Lowcountry carry Bibliotherapy, Lorenz Educational Press, Amazon, or they can contact me at Education Insight.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you,
Dr.
Tom.
Bone. Thank you very much. Got more coming up after the break, so please stay with us.